Well, joining us now from Ramallah is Majed Bamya, a diplomat at the Palestinian Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Now, Mr. Bamya, you may have heard the sot there from Mr. Rosenfeld. He says the Israelis only respond with lethal force when necessary. Is this your experience of the incidents that have occurred in the occupied territories?
Well, if you allow me, before speaking of the Palestinian victims, allow us to extend our condolences to the Turkish victims, to the Turkish people, for the terrorists, after the terrorist attacks you have endured. Speaking of the Palestinian victims, the Israelis speak as if we were occupying Israel, not Israel occupying Palestine. They speak as if their settlers are not armed people circulating in our streets, and their forces are on the outskirts of our own cities here in Ramallah, 10 minutes away, shooting on demonstrators. And they have been able, even behind a fence in Gaza, to kill 6 demonstrators in one day, shooting at the head, and then a 7th died as well. In the most recent bombing, a 2-year-old girl was killed yesterday. This is the threat that Israel is faced with. Who's the danger here? Is it the occupying power and its weaponry, or is it the occupied people who had enough of the attacks, escalation, terrorism that they have endured now for over 70 years, and they're rebelling against it?
Now, as Mr. Rosenfeld said, many of these responses by the Israeli police are in response to them feeling threatened. How do you respond to that? What do you make of the Israeli position and their proportionality?
Well, before proportionality, you're not supposed to attack civilians. You're not supposed to have the indiscriminate attacks before even considering proportionality. When you had stabbing by Israeli Jews, we didn't hear that they were killed. It's only when Palestinians are there, even when they don't have a knife, apparently they were trying to do something. We're guilty until proven otherwise. And of what? Of rebelling against this occupation. You have 6,000 Palestinian prisoners in Israeli jails. How many settlers, including those who burned the Dawabshi family and killed a father, a mother, and a kid, and only his brother now is a survivor, how many have been punished for this crime?
Sorry, and
how many were punished for this crime? How many Israeli soldiers and generals and government officials were punished for the colonization, which is a war crime, or for the aggression against our people in Gaza in the summer of 2014, who left 2,200 Palestinians killed? This contempt for Palestinian life is something we had enough with, and we're calling for de-escalation, but de-escalation doesn't come from the occupied people, it comes from the occupier to move out of the land, to settlers to be reined in, and finally to find a political horizon with Palestinian freedom at the end of the day.
And how does that work? How does de-escalation work now with tensions so high and so many lives lost?
Well, it's the same problems all over again. You know, Marwan Barghouti, the imprisoned Palestinian leader, published an op-ed in The Guardian. I would call on all the ones hearing us and watching us to read it. He says the last day of the occupation will be the first day of peace. Those who seek the former should act and act now. Those who seek the latter should act and act now to achieve the former. You want peace, you need to end the occupation. You don't need to go to the Haram al-Sharif and provoke us and try a temporal and spatial division. You need to stop the settlers' attacks, burning of Palestinian families, killing. You need to stop the Israeli occupation forces from killing civilians, even those demonstrating. It's time to find a solution, which is the withdrawal from all the occupied Palestinian territory in 1967 and ensuring freedom and dignity for Palestinians everywhere, including inside Israel. This is the discrimination, apartheid that our people have endured. We had enough with it. Those who want peace need to end the occupation. We will not coexist with this occupation.
Majed, we must leave it there. Thank you very much for that. Majed Bamya there from Ramallah.